the setup is amazing.
Yeah, and I mean it's not really podcast worthy, but like
No, but
no one knows
we're recording now.
It is now.
It is now.
Oh man,
Outstanding.
Which podcast is this?
This is the Ramblecast.
Doom, doom, no one's going with the theme. No one's
no,
doing it?
I'll play the music. I got full studio privileges tonight, boys.
Oh, wow. Put your foot down, huh?
I put my foot down today.
Here, let me get it. Do you guys vamp while I'm finding this?
Yeah, that's what we've been doing for 20 minutes waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
I had to export the other show. Sorry that we're freaking...
There are other shows.
Well, it's my fault we're late. My Skype wasn't working.
Yeah, the man that can like edit, a little 3-minute bit with all these different audio sources can't figure out how to log into his Skype.
Because it's just always saved. I didn't know I didn't know my name, my Skype.
He was the classic old man that didn't know his password. This is the
No,
right password. It's telling you it's not right. That's not the right password.
Hold on a second. If you're going to tell the question, you're going to tell the story right, tell it correctly. It was the username.
Okay, still, this is the right username, and then I had to go look it up for him.
Wah, wah. Yep. Sounds like Jay when he's lost the verses.
Happens to me every day at work. I tell people, use Internet Explorer. I am using Internet Explorer. Sir, if I have to do a screen share for you and I see you're in Edge or Chrome, I'm going to punch you. And then sure enough,
pretty
they're in the wrong effing browser.
They're in AOL.
Yeah.
It's a Netscape Navigator window.
What's that one that was started with a P years ago?
Prodigy.
Prodigy.
Yeah. Firefox.
Using Prodigy.
Firefox is good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, I can't
There
hear
we
it,
go.
So you guys are hearing it.
I hear it.
You sing it.
From North Carolina, it's Jay and Jack's Ramblecast, a podcast about movies, television, games, music, sports, and anything else we want to talk about. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
And Chris and Nick.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Ramblecast, where Cliff almost gets killed.
Yeah! By Buttercup.
It's the Ramblecast. Don't forget to take those headphones upstairs with you, Jay.
I know. I had to borrow these from college.
Jay has no idea.
Welcome to the Rock Pod with
the
me.
Rock Pod with Jay.
Oh, another thing? Oh, God.
Yeah.
Was that an actual recording you said? What is it?
It was, I think it was a podcast I did for, I don't know, it was like a pilot years ago.
Me, Jay.
The Rock Pod.
What is the Rock Pod?
It was all about the wrestling, The Rock, his diehard fandom.
Yeah, it was in
Dwayne The Rock
2008.
The Rock Pod.
Oh, I think, it was for a project in college for one of my music classes. I had a business music class.
It's Jay's Rock Pod.
Anyway.
Please stop at this point and give me 5 stars.
Welcome, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Good, man. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Doing well. I'm excited because Jack says he's prepared a quiz game.
Oh, he did?
Is this a drunk quiz game, Jack, or how are we doing this?
It's called trivia. 12 trivia questions.
Oh, boy.
He texted it to me yesterday, and I was like, so how many are there, right? We don't have all night to record.
That was this morning, Jay.
Oh, was that this morning? I can't keep track.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a busy man.
I was
for a living.
Well, my Patriots didn't play today, so I was a little, yesterday. So I
know.
So I was in a good frame of mind.
Well, my New York City Football Club couldn't make it through to the next round of the
Oh man,
soccer playoffs. Unfortunately,
playoffs. Was it on the news?
Playoffs.
Talking about playoffs.
Nick, you went to the movies yesterday. Did you see the new Thor movie? Is that what you saw?
Yeah,
I saw Thor as well. Chris,
I enjoyed it.
I saw it as well.
Should we kick off with the review of the new Thor movie?
Let's do it.
All right. So who saw it first? I saw it Friday. Maybe
I saw
during
it
work.
Yesterday.
I saw it yesterday as well.
I saw it Another Life.
So thoughts? I thought it was different. It was like a very different Thor movie, more in the vein of Guardians of the Galaxy, but really, I felt like it was a comedy almost.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was the only criticism. I didn't have a criticism of it, but like the people that told me, they said, "Oh, I thought it was too silly." I was like, "It's a comic book movie. It's supposed to be silly."
I had so much fun with this movie. It's one of those movies. I kind of judge how funny a movie is by how many times you laugh out loud.
Yeah.
And I lost count. It was over a dozen times in which I laughed out loud. I laughed out loud the hardest probably during the Willy Wonka reference. I don't know if you guys caught that or not, but I was in tears. So
when he's going through the thing and they're playing the music, the pure imagination. Yes. Yes.
Like, there is so many fun, like, little, references, and like the dialogue was awesome. Like the banter between Thor and Hulk was great.
Yes.
Loki was likable because you laughed along with them. I just thought overall that was a fun movie to watch, and it was interesting because I can't pronounce the director's name, but
Michael Smith.
No, definitely not Michael Smith. He was interviewed recently, and he said, "So, what was your biggest motivation to make this movie?" And it was like during the premiere weekend, he was being interviewed at a panel somewhere. He's like, "It was all about the money." He goes, "Yeah, this is not After Dark, so I'll censor myself." But he goes, "Whatever, it's my bleep and opening weekend. I can say what the bleep I want." It was absolutely about the money. I'm a dad. I'm a husband. I've got a couple of kids at home. Well, guess what? Money ain't no bleeping problem anymore. I was like, all right, fair enough.
At least he's being honest.
Yeah. So he I guess he's done a bunch of other comedies, and if someone can look, I can't remember the guy's name, but he said that he brought like the dialogue, and he brought like the tone to the movie, whereas all the special effects people made everything look great, but the funny tone in the comedy and the dialogue was definitely brought to life on the screen.
Well, yeah, and I think Chris Hemsworth was allowed to kind of, because he was hilarious. I mean, a lot of people knock the rebooted Ghostbusters, but he was hilarious, and I thought
he was one of the funnier characters in the movie. Ghostbusters.
And he kind of got to he has a really good sense of humor, a really good timing, I think, really good comedic timing, and he got to play with that a lot in this movie. I like that.
Yeah. What I liked about the humor in this one was a lot of, I think, because there's been so many superhero movies that have come out in the last 10 years that the audience has gotten used to, like, oh, now this is going to happen. Now this is going to happen. And so there's a lot of scenes where you're like, oh, they're setting this up. They're setting this up. Here it comes. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we're going to go the 180 on that and then give you something else. Like with Bruce Banner towards the end, that to me was the only gut where I was like, holy cow, and just died laughing in the theater. And
wait, which part was it?
The one at the final battle when Bruce is on the ship, and then he's just like, I'm going to show you who I am. That one, I mean, I was in tears on that one.
Did Cliff laugh?
Cliff did laugh. Yeah, we had a hoot.
Yeah, it had a lot of just laugh out of fun, but it was also like the story, I think, advanced well. Like, I think whereas Thor 2 was kind of bad, I thought like the story moved along.
Yeah.
And it moved and it kind of set it up into, what is it, Avengers Infinity War is the next Avengers movie.
What was interesting with because we still do not know where the last Infinity Stone is, and I thought we would get it with this one because we usually get an Infinity Stone in a Thor movie.
Yeah. And
my theory is that it's always been in Elvis's character, like that he has the last Infinity Stone. That's why his eyes are orange. And I was actually surprised that they didn't kind of reveal that, because that they showed that his power, a lie. He didn't need the sword. He didn't need the thing. He could actually still see.
Yeah. And
I was like, oh, like I was assumed that he has it, but they still didn't kind of give that away.
Yeah, another thing I loved about it, I just Googled search really quickly. It's Taika Waititi. He's the director.
That's what I said.
He's also a voice in the movie as well, and I will go ahead and say one of my favorite characters in the movie. which was
Was he the
Korg.
rock guy?
He's the rock guy.
The rock guy.
Oh, okay. I was
Okay.
wondering who that voice was. It kind of sounded like
Yeah.
I thought it was the guy from Yes Man. You know, the guy that was in the bank, or you know, he has that New Zealand type accent.
well, that's.
Just
I
like-
thought it was the guy from Flight of the Conchords. That's why.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The
no,
man-
it was
manager
the
of
director who happens to be also from New Zealand.
Yeah,
Ah.
so he has a Kiwi accent. I was like, oh,
Did
yeah.
he get
sounds
paid for that too?
Probably, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
hilarious.
So
He
more
was-
money.
It was
that
so
character was
good.
hilarious. Like where he's just like, oh, he's dead.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we can
Wait, I just
rebuild.
think
We
I've
can
been carrying
rebuild
around for a
now.
while.
Yeah, we can rebuild now. Like the foundation is strong. Oh,
Oh yeah, that foundation's
Never mind.
broken now.
Never mind. Yeah.
Oh man, it's so good. And oh, by the way, like the use of Led Zeppelin was never more appropriate than in this movie.
Yes.
Like all of the battle scenes, like dude, oh man, so good. I really enjoyed it. And Hella, as played by
Oh man.
God,
what's her name?
you know, she's 48 years old and
She
looks
looks-
that good.
fantastic.
Yes.
Who?
Kate Blanchett.
Kate
Kate
Blanchett.
Blanchett. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like it was incredible. I was like, whoa,
You
smoke
could tell
show.
she loved playing that role because it came across like she loved being the bad guy.
Yeah.
Well, to me, it's kind of like a continuation of Lord of the Rings in a most that she never got to be bad, you know. But like that's how I felt. It was like if I never remember her name for Lord of the Rings.
Galadriel. I think.
Galadriel. Yeah, if she had actually had gone full evil, you know, with and gotten the Ring of Power, like that's what you would have seen, and that's what it felt like to me.
Spoiler.
Like,
Um,
Lord of the Rings has been out since 1955, I think.
Sorry,
It's
haven't
older.
seen it. Haven't seen the last one.
you actually did see that one. That's in the first one.
Oh,
where
okay.
She has her test of the ring.
Oh, my bad.
But no, it was really good. It was a lot of fun. And I definitely enjoyed it. In the thumb ranking, I would give it 3.5 out of 4.
Yeah, I think it's
Um,
accurate. Yeah.
Yeah, I would
It's
give it-
definitely one of the. Yeah, it's definitely one of the more solid.
So you
Marvel
guys,
films.
you guys talked this film up like it was the best film you ever saw, and you only give it 3.5 thumbs.
It's not the
No,
best film I
no.
ever saw.
Well,
Really?
I didn't hear one knock on it though. I mean, if
we
you
didn't
go-
rate it 2 thumbs. We gave
Well,
it
I'm just
three- I gave it
saying.
3.5.
I'm just saying, if a film you enjoyed that much, I think it would deserve 4 thumbs.
Well, seeing you don't leave the house and you didn't see the film, I feel like you don't really have.
I
a
had
say.
to work all weekend, so I did leave the house. So there.
Your work is 6 minutes from your home.
Not this morning. I had school buses all in front of me. Almost took me
Oh,
20 minutes
aw.
to get to school today.
Hey, fun fact.
Today, I mean,
Taika Waititi did actually direct 4 episodes of Flight of the Conchords.
The timing or the comedic timing in his character definitely felt like a Jermaine and Brit.
Yeah.
Jermaine and Brit.
So good.
We saw Colleen and I saw him live last year, and it was a great show.
Nice.
But yeah, great. Other Marvel news that like came out and then was quickly kind of shut down. Disney, I guess, was in talks to buy 21st Century Fox. And if they were able to pull that off, they would have Fantastic Four and X-Men brought back into the Marvel fold. But I guess the talks stalled today. But
was it? I guess money, right?
well, yeah, I mean they would buy it. But
I mean, but what was it? Why did the talk stall? Due to money?
I don't know. I just saw that it stalled.
I just saw that was I didn't read the article, so I guess I
It
would
all
like
comes down to money. But I was like, there's a cool moment there today. I was like, oh, that would be awesome if they bought
You
21st
want to-
Century Fox, which would bring in those characters. And
You want Disney? You want Disney to own everything?
as a shareholder of the Walt Disney Company, yeah, I wouldn't mind.
All right.
Anywho, speaking of Walt Disney, and we were talking about before this, me getting in trouble with my wife. I did a what you would say is a bad move on the husband front.
Oh no.
So
I've tried teaching you. We did all those married man shows, and you didn't learn. You didn't pay attention.
I didn't. I pulled my mother, and I accidentally kind of bought a Tron arcade game.
Nice.
Wait, a console?
Like an
original?
actual like upright arcade.
No,
Oh,
there's
cabinet.
there's no. Okay, that's your mom's line.
I know, but can I just let me
wanted-
tell my story here?
I don't. I already don't believe you.
So I've wanted one for a long time, but they're really expensive, and it's hard to justify buying an arcade cabinet. But so this guy had one.
Can I stop you right here?
Yeah, go ahead.
You spent a fortune on light bulbs.
Let's not bring up the light bulb thing. It's a sensitive subject. So moving on.
I'm just saying at that point, you purchase light bulbs that change colors for a huge amount of money. I really don't
Huge amount of
think
money. Like, let's talk about you having to buy all the crap that you have to buy for your wife. So
That's-
moving
but
on,
I'm not buying it for myself,
Mr. I drive a Lexus. So so it's on eBay. It has like a price that was actually pretty reasonable, and it had a make best offer option. So I was like, I'm just gonna send in a lowball offer, and whatever, they won't accept it, no big deal. But they accepted my lowball offer, and I felt like at that point I had to follow through with this purchase.
So now your wife is upset because you didn't ask.
I didn't ask, and I didn't tell her for like a week.
Oh my God, that is your mom. Usually she just waits till it shows up in the front door. I told you about that.
Well, I expected
No.
to tell her, because the problem
You
is
didn't.
because I'll buy stuff that goes in the man cave, and she'll never notice. But you'll notice an arcade game in the house.
So does it actually take quarters and?
Yeah, it's like a full. It's an
Well,
original from 1982.
You can make your money back.
Off
during the-
myself?
No, during the next get together, you just tell people I got change.
I'm not gonna make my guests pay for my arcade game. But anyway,
Why not?
I'm kind of in the doghouse a little bit. But Mike was here this weekend, and because he ran a marathon, and he took my side. So thank you, Mike, for supporting me.
That sounds like a Mike move, though.
Well, it's just it's I got it for a really good price, so it's worth a lot more than I paid for it. In worst case, I could sell it and make a lot of money back. So it worked out.
So did your wife say, "All right, sell it and make a lot of money, get your money back"?
No, because she knows I won't do that. I want it.
Geeks are
So
hoarders.
what
We don't
game is
sell.
it?
Tron, the
Tron, the video-
Oh, the
Tron,
original
arcade game.
Tron. Like
the
okay,
original
all right.
Tron.
I didn't think that was a fun game to play. I didn't enjoy that game.
I love
played
it. It's a fun
Hours
game.
and hours of Tron, the Deadly Discs on my Atari 2600.
Yeah,
I always,
wasn't a fan of the game.
I've always wanted. I don't know if you guys played it. I always wanted to buy Golden Axe. Was the one I wanted to buy. Did you guys ever play that one?
Golden Axe is great.
Yeah,
I don't think I ever played Golden Axe.
yeah. It's kind of like Conan, but you have like a Conan character. You have a sorcerer, like a girl with like two swords. You have a wizard, and then like a little dwarf with an axe. I don't
So
It's been forever
I
since I
may
played it.
or may not have looked up this on eBay.
Tron or
Tron
Golden
game?
Axe?
Jesus, Jay.
I didn't spend that much on it though. Hold on. I
right,
did
now,
not spend that much on it.
I got to look now, and I'm gonna say how much.
No, much less than what you're seeing on eBay. Okay, much less. Significantly less.
Is it
Like
is it a
half.
Less than half.
So you paid less than $700.
No,
Oh, that's
well,
not bad.
they're like $3,500, $3,500, $3,000. Yeah. Anyway,
So it was $3,500, and you paid less.
much less. I didn't pay 30. That's why, because I knew I couldn't pay $3,500 for it. That's ridiculous.
Oh my god.
The one I'm looking for is looking at is 5,000.
That might have been Discatron. It's a rare game, but
No, this is original Tron video arcade game
yeah.
converted to LT Lit Supercade 3-year warranty.
Oh yeah, because they like they make a multi-arcade MAME. But anyways, yeah. So it's coming. It'll be here end of the week, and
All right, so here's this. This is how we'll gauge how poor
Sorry,
of a decision
Zach.
this was. How much did it cost you to ship this item?
That's a great question.
not that much. It wasn't that bad to ship it.
How much did it cost you to ship this item?
less than the hue lights that I have in my house.
What state is it coming from?
Illinois.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway,
Jay.
I know, but I've wanted an arcade game, and I really wanted Tron.
And
Sucks.
that's the one.
Tron's
That's
a
the
great
one.
game.
I hate Tron. And that's the one you went for.
Well, I want two. I want Tron, and then I want like a Miss Pac-Man with a 60-in-1 kind of thing.
Miss
Miss
Pac-
Pac-Man.
Yeah, I would gone with Pac-Man.
Well, if you're gonna get the Pac-Man, you gotta get the tabletop one.
I'm shocked you didn't want to. Yeah, I like the tabletop one too. I agree with Chris on that.
I agree with that one.
I'm surprised you didn't want to go with like the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, the arcade game or something.
That's
Oh my
cool,
God.
but that's big. Those are
The
big.
Yeah, they're
Simpsons
big.
arcade game,
Yeah,
or the original Punch Out when you have the green hologram guy.
Yeah, for me, I wanted two kind of in the corner back in the game room area in the house, so I just wanted the normal size one. The bigger ones wouldn't fit; it'd be too big.
Speaking of Punch Out, did I talk about that? Some guy discovered maybe 6 months ago a Easter egg in Punch Out that no one had discovered for 32 years or whatever.
Oh yeah, the guy tapping his shoulder in the crowd.
No, like he ducks down, and like as soon as he ducks down, if you punch the guy like right then, it's an automatic KO.
That was the
like,
bald
really?
bull. Yeah,
Yeah.
during the bald bull.
Oh, really? That'd been
Yeah.
nice to know that 25 years ago.
Like there's two fighters that Easter egg
When
is in there.
when I'd stay up all night trying to beat it.
But
Mhm.
my recent purchase inspired me to watch King of Kong: A Fistful of Quarters.
Yeah,
Great
You know,
movie.
I've seen it forever. Have you guys seen King of Kong?
yeah, the
years
documentary.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic movie. Fantastic movie. Highly
007-373-5963.
What?
That's the code to get to Mike Tyson and Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Oh,
Oh, well, I'm glad I know that now. Again.
does it work in the new NES Classic?
I have no idea. I just had a brain fart there. It just came out of nowhere.
Pretty good, Rain Man.
Oh.
That's nice.
007-573-5973. No, maybe I was wrong. I don't know. Anywho,
Now you're just making stuff up.
yeah.
So anybody that comes to the podcast, I think next year you'll be able to play Tron.
Well,
Right on.
unless your wife sells it.
Yeah, she may.
I'm gonna walk
You have
into Jay's basement like, oh, let's just go to that arcade downtown.
You know the one without Tron?
And
They had
the
Tron,
plethora
but
of
now it's
booze.
gone. The Tron left.
Because
Tron's-
nobody likes playing that game.
Tron, I love
No,
Tron. It's one of my favorites. I love Tron.
You should turn around and try and sell to them, see what happens.
We had a barcade in Knoxville, and that was always a popular game. Was Tron, and then I haven't been to one here in LA. There's one 5 blocks or 6 blocks east of me that is called Club 84, 83, or 82. It's one of the early 80s numbers, and then they have it too.
But you can argue whether the game's great, but it's one of the coolest looking cabinets, all the black lights and everything. I think you can at least say the cabinet looks cool. But anyway, it's fine. I'm in the doghouse. I'll get out of it. I'm sorry, Colleen. I love you so much. Don't divorce me. All right, moving on.
But you
So-
should have fessed up for it, right? Because I would be upset about you taking a week to tell me.
Yes, I know. Well, I was trying to think of the right way, and I also wanted to pay it off before I said it. So I did that, and so that, and then she kind of found out the next day.
Did Zach notice all his toys were missing?
No.
No. He did notice.
No, Zach's toys wouldn't sell for much right now. I'd have to hold those for 25 years.
All you need is a poop shower in your basement, and you can claim it all in your insurance. And speaking of, I'm picking up my Xbox One X tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.
Nice.
at
Comes
GameStop.
out. How much are they going for?
$500.
See, look at that, $500. That's like half of what my arcade cabinet costs.
But
Like
to be
2x.
fair,
You get one game.
I did sell my Xbox One for $200. I sold my old Apple Watch for $150.
what kind of
Yeah.
band did you have? I want to get the Link one. Not
Sorry, just sold it.
for $150. That band's like a $500 band.
It was $1,050.
Well, I'm saying, but if I just bought the band, it's like $500.
Yeah. I have another one I'll give to you if you want it.
Yeah, I mean, if he was going
The watch was $1,000.
Yeah, the
That
one
was the
with
retail
the-
price of it.
yeah.
Wow.
That's
So
how
we
much-
got it for half off.
Can't imagine why those watches weren't.
Well,
selling.
I can say that. Boston can't say that, but we got it for half off when they first
Yeah.
sent it.
It's. I mean, you're paying for the materials really, and you're with that watch. It's all stainless steel with a sapphire crystal display. So it was.
Yeah.
I mean,
I will say I've
$1,000
had
for a watch is not a lot.
this is the
Shouldn't
only
you say that in your snooty voice? You know, it's a sapphire crystal display.
I will say this is the first watch I've gotten where I haven't destroyed the watch face. The sapphire crystal is like indestructible, absolutely indestructible, compared to the glass one where it breaks.
There's the link.
Nice.
But that's not the Apple one. That's like a second-hand one, isn't it?
Sure is. But
So are you going no Apple Watch or are you getting the new cellular?
I have a Series 3, not
Okay.
non-cellular. I have the
non-cellular.
regular one.
Yeah, it's just a band, Jay. I mean, it's like even people who have Rolexes and Breitlings and all that stuff don't buy the ones from the company because they're like $800,000.
This is actually a really nice band though. It works well.
Maybe Jay, you could buy one by mistake. I don't know, Colleen. I put in a little bid. It was 400,000. They wanted 800,000.
No, the watch
did
I want
that.
is a Rolex, the Pepsi bezel, stainless steel. So they're only again, it's like
Pepsi.
$5,000. I'll never buy one, but
Not,
a Pepsi
not,
bezel.
not on purpose, Colleen.
What do you mean,
yeah,
like
it's they were.
Oh, you mean the red and the white?
the red,
the red and
no,
the blue.
red and blue. It's red,
Red
and
and blue. Yeah, you don't really see the Submariners. Yeah, you don't really see the red and the blue in that much.
Mhm. Well, because it was the exclusive watch of Pan Am, and they come back out with them every now and then. But the original ones, I would want a vintage one that was stainless steel because now they're gold and those are like $25,000 or something stupid like that.
Yeah. But they go up in value because like my dad's got just the regular Submariner stainless steel with the black bezel, and I think he paid $1,800 or $2,200 for it in like in 1990, and it's he basically can sell it for double what he paid for it
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I used to have a Timex.
I had a Casio
A Casio
calculator.
I actually never had a Casio. It was a Timex. I think Jay has that Timex now.
I do.
And it's still-
I never
and it-
wore
wait,
watches
And
before
it's,
this.
and it's still working, isn't it?
It's a wind up watch, so yeah, it
Yeah.
still works. The
I
band's
never wore watches. I mean, I had like a Fossil watch that like my parents gave me for graduating high school way back when, but I never really wore watches until the dawn of the smartwatch came out, and the Apple Watch I just find incredibly useful. I use it every day, and it's great. It's a great watch.
I know the last watch I had was a Timex, and the thing I had on it was when the Velcro bands came out,
Yeah.
because those were the coolest things in the world. And that was the last time that's the last time I wore a watch.
You can wear though. You can get
I-
those for the Apple
You
Watch.
still get
now.
the fat Eddies, is what I think they were called, the Velcro ones or whatever. That's what I had.
No, ours were skinny.
Oh.
I've had watches forever. I had the Timex, and then I had the G-Shock for a long time.
Yeah.
And
I just don't
Then
like
this
the
one.
watch because people used to, the people without a watch would always what time it is and used to bug me. So I stopped wearing it.
Yeah, my first watch was when I was in 5th grade because I remember there was a Super Bowl commercial. I remember it like it was yesterday for some reason because I wanted one. It was when the Indiglo first came out for
yes,
Timex.
Indiglo, yeah.
And it was because I remember the commercial was like a fly or a moth landing on the watch, because like it was attracted to the light, and then like the guy smacked it, and I remember going like, I want that, and like I got one maybe a couple weeks later, and I was like, that's so cool, and I had that watch all the way through college,
Yeah.
Loved
That's when they made watches to last.
it.
They still
I
do.
only changed the battery in it one time in I think 12 years.
The G-Shocks don't. The one I had for like 10 years had a solar panel in the actual watch face, so you didn't ever have to replace the battery. It's just
Just have to walk around like
powered
this.
itself to the sun. No.
Where's the sun? It's over here. It didn't work in Seattle, did it? Because
These are great top flight jokes, Jack. Top flight.
actually, if it'll be on our YouTube channel once this show's posted. I will post that part.
For our 3 subscribers.
25 subscribers. 25.
Ooh.
But you get to see the joke.
Wow. Yeah.
That-
This is great.
This doesn't work in Seattle. # World Series.
Oh.
Nice segue.
Do you want me to do that? I can do it.
Go ahead.
Okay. So Jay, you weren't on here earlier, but I was just messing around with Boston. I actually wrote down some tweets.
Oh my God! Yes, Jack's hashtag World Series.
Yes, I wrote down some.
God.
I made up some.
Wait, to be fair, it was like
Brutal.
It was like 6 a.m. in the morning when that
There-
game finally ended.
There are 10.
Hashtag.
There are
It's
10 total.
World Series.
10.
Let's see if you guys
Okay.
can guess which ones
To be
are
fair-
true and which
to be-
ones are not.
To be fair to Jack,
No.
my back and leg were really killing me. There might have been some Mentos and alcohol involved.
Uh-huh.
That's all I'm saying.
You know what's sad is you still can't tell if there's Mentos or alcohol or
That's
your
the
back
beauty-
hurts.
That's the beauty of the tweets. Though the back always hurts, so that's the beauty of the tweets, bud.
Let's
Go
do
ahead.
this. This is gonna be
All
fun.
right.
Let's do this. This will be fun.
In no particular
It'll be
order.
better than Jack's 12 questions. I guarantee you that. Simon was filmed in which city after the first season?
Let me change that one. Let me change it. Doing my Matt impression.
WKRB was filmed in what city?
WKRB.
KRP.
KRP.
Whatever. Yeah, P.
Get the joke right. Come on.
Yeah.
What's pitcher for the San Diego Padres in 1976
Won the Cy Young Award.
won the Cy Young Award?
Randy Dandy Jones.
There you go.
All right.
Trivia was that, Jack.
What's he doing now? Working at Chuck E. Cheese.
So
Actually, no, he's on San Diego radio, and he just survived throat cancer.
Oh, good for you, Randy.
Randy Dandy.
all right. So everyone playing along at home, I'm going to say 10 potential Jack tweets.
Can I
on-
play? Because I don't remember a lot of them.
during Game 5 of the World Series?
The game that didn't end until like 2:00 in the morning.
And you're
Jack, you're
going
not
to
allowed
say
to talk.
you're going to say, is it a
Between-
true Jack tweet or is it not?
So this
All right.
is between Boston and I.
Let's go.
All right. Number 1, perfect strike, hashtag World Series.
Given how much Jack is blushing right now, I'm going to say that's real. That's a real one. Boston, what do you think? Real?
Well, I mean, I just go back and forth. So you get the first one.
Sure. Okay, I'm going to say it's real.
Okay, it was a perfect strike. It was called ball. It was such a crap. I don't know how you call that one a ball. Wait, I think that's one they did call a strike, and the Dodger guy was upset. Yeah.
And again, for those maybe that new to this
What,
game,
what would be better if it actually wasn't one?
right
for
at
those-
the knees.
For those new to this game, maybe we haven't heard this before. Jack has he's the most vague tweeter / vague booker.
He's the most vague live tweeter.
Yeah, vague live tweeter. So I think Tim came up with this game like last year.
If you're watching
Is it-
along, if you're watching live, you're understanding what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense.
It's Jack's having a very simple conversation with no one.
Hey, people like the tweets.
Jack has his fan girls and fan boys, but anyways,
I do it for myself to express myself.
Number 2, looked fair to me, new rule.
Was it no hashtag or hashtag?
Hashtag World Everything's
Okay.
hashtag World
Okay.
Series. Yeah.
Say it again.
Looked fair to me, new rule.
No comma or anything. No punctuation.
I'm gonna say it was real.
It was real.
Because it was a fair ball, and they called it foul, I believe. So it must have been a new rule. I don't really remember why I was saying that. I'm trying to remember why. The strike one I remember because it was the perfect strike. But this one I don't remember at all.
Getting Jack's DVD commentary to his tweets is perfect.
Yeah, it could have been me. I don't know. My Twitter account was hacked. Hashtag maybe.
Number 3, perfect catch, Willie Mays, hashtag World Series.
I'm gonna say That's fake because Jack can't reference Willie Mays without saying, "So I saw him when I was a kid. He was playing for the Mets. He wasn't as good." But so it's Jack cannot mention.
In fact, he struck out against Randy Dandy Jones.
See, what did I say? So I'm going to say that's fake. He cannot mention Willie Mays without going into his story about how he's seen Willie Mays play.
I've seen him play. Can you say it?
See,
Can you? I saw Hank Aaron too.
See,
Take that.
Am I right?
It is fake.
Yes.
It is fake.
All right.
I've seen them both. So, Johnny Bench, Pete Rose, Willie Mays, probably one of the better players in history of the game. Hank Aaron.
Didn't he invent OxyClean?
Willie Mays here.
Are we picking on Willie Mays?
Jack saw him clean up blood stains.
He took the stains out. Look at him. They're perfect.
Before it even worked, I saw him try and slap chop his way out of a paper bag.
Well, I saw him on the. He got his start on the Atlantic City Boardwalk. He did. He did. He sold things on the boardwalk.
I'm telling you, I saw Billy Mays on that boardwalk. He was amazing back then.
Billy Mays here in the boardwalk in Atlantic City.
I didn't sell Billy Mays. I didn't see him. I might have sold him his Coke. Wait, too soon? Oh, it's all fun and games when you're picking on me.
But we love Billy Mays.
And you're not dead.
Well, not yet. Oh, but we can. I thought it was funny. I take it back.
No, you don't.
I thought that we were going with the joke. I just thought that I just trying to help out.
All right. Number 4. Great hustle. # World Series.
Truth.
It is true.
It's true. I forget it was a Dodger. I gave credit to a Dodger. He turned a single into a double, which set up the tying run. I mean, seriously, it's great hustle. I hate to compliment a Dodger, but I had to do it.
Well, you didn't. Technically, it could apply to so many different things, but yes.
But at the time, to be fair and balanced, I complimented a Dodger.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen him play live, though.
So it's 2-2. All right, still a tie game. Number 5 for Jay. Down by 3. Good job watching it. # World Series.
Down by 3. Again, no. Is there any punctuation? No punctuation.
It's just down by 3, comma.
So there is a comma.
I think there's a comma. That's why I wrote it down anyway.
Comma.
Good job watching it.
Good job watching it. If there is a comma, it's not Jack because he never actually puts proper punctuation or grammar. So I'm going to say it is a fake tweet.
Incorrect.
You said that? What did that even mean? Good job watching it?
A Dodger player, I forget the hitter, he hit a ball that he thought was a home run. It didn't go over the wall. He only ended up second base. He should have been at third base, and he didn't score. So you're down by 3. You need to hustle.
Oh.
Like the other Dodger. So good job watching it. Because he sat there and watched it. He watched the ball.
See, man, now I understand it. At the time, I was like, "What the heck does this mean?" I don't know.
If you're watching the game, did anyone like it?
All right, so if we hit the $100,000 patron level, Jack, will you be my coach for a Little League baseball team?
I will.
I think having you and I coaching a baseball team would be the best thing ever.
It would be.
You could regale the team with all these stories of Willie Mays and Billy Mays.
They wouldn't know. They wouldn't know who they are. It's like
I would just call everybody Noma.
I had a coach one time get mad at me because he brought out these spreadsheets of this thing on Ted Williams and Ted Williams how to hit like Ted Williams, and he all wanted us to bat like Ted Williams and have Ted Williams batting stance. I said, I'm not batting like Ted Williams, and I'm not Ted Williams. And he goes, you don't even know who Ted Williams is. I go, oh, yes, I do, because Ted Williams actually said, don't copy
Ted
my
Williams
batting
is from
stance.
San Diego.
He is from San Diego. But Ted Williams actually
That's
said,
actually usually when you first say Ted Williams and Jack Laffelter, that's the first.
but
thing he
Ted
said.
Williams actually said, don't try to copy anyone's batting stance. Get the batting stance that's comfortable for you. You're not me, so don't copy my batting stance. So when I said that, I was like dirt the rest of the season. I barely played, even though I was right.
We
That was
wouldn't
before-
make the playoffs, and Jack would be selling weed to all the kids in our team.
Got to make a profit.
Good job
I don't know-
watching it.
I don't know if I want to
Can
go
that
back.
be our title for this episode? Good job watching it.
Good job watching it.
It's got to put in down by three. Down by three. Good job watching it. I'm sure it got a like. I'm gonna go look.
I'm sure
I'm gonna go look.
Jack likes his own tweets.
I got one.
He has side accounts, fake
All right.
accounts.
Who
Like
liked his tweet?
I'm like Roger Goodell's wife.
Yeah.
All right, next question, Nick.
All right. Spanos makes better calls. Hashtag World Series.
It's got to be true. It's got to be true.
That is fake.
Ah, well done, Nick.
That's a good one. That's a good Jack.
I had
fake
to think
one
for a
right
second.
Jack's like, I would have said that. Damn it.
there. That's a good tweet.
Look
Can I-
at that
That's a solid tweet.
Watch baseball with Nick.
Nick, is that okay if I take that next
You
time?
can take that one. Yeah, totally.
I'd ask a bunch of people to retweet that one for
Yeah,
me.
mhm. Hey, Chris and Nick, can you guys retweet my last tweet because it's a good one.
Yeah, like I get that.
Thanks for the hustle.
All right, number 6.
Way to watch it.
Oh, what?
Good job watching it.
Good job watching it. Yeah. All right. Wow.
Hashtag World Series. Good job watching it. Do 6 in the morning.
The tweet is wow. Hashtag World Series.
No. Oh my god.
I'm looking that one up.
When your
yeah.
hashtag is longer than your tweet, you probably shouldn't be tweeting.
I'm gonna say true. I'm gonna say it's a real tweet.
Jack?
Well, I only one I see here is hashtag Astros.
Okay, well, it is true though, Jay.
Okay.
But I said you said all of them were hashtag World Series.
I think it's all the same. It's still a Jack
It's all the
tweet.
same.
It doesn't matter.
So
I
at
don't
the end of the
know.
day, your tweet was still not as long as your hashtag.
Jack, you do have 147 characters. Just
Yeah.
Use them.
I don't like to. I like to save them for later.
140 characters. Way not to use them. Hashtag World Series.
All right, Boston.
Yes.
The tweet is, come on, hashtag World Series.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. The WoW one got 4 likes. That's all I'm saying.
was one of those from your mom.
No mom.
How many followers do you have, Jack?
True. True. Hashtag
5,000.
Ramblecast.
It is true.
Oh my god.
Come on.
Was it come on or come on? Like C apostrophe MON.
Come on.
It was come on. Yeah. like-
I think they just tied it. I think they just tied it up and it went to extra innings. I'm like, fuck. Oh shoot.
Oh no! Jack.
I apologize. That's the first time I've done that on the Ramblecast.
All right. Question 9 or tweet 9. I hate to complain, but that was an out. Hashtag World Series.
What's an owl?
He would never hate to complain.
I want to say true.
It is false.
False. Ha! Take that.
Was it like a variant? Was it
Jack
like
It was a variant of a Jack tweet.
what was the actual one that was based off of?
I think it was like a football game or something. And he
Oh,
wrote,
okay.
"I hate to complain, but that was a something heard, but it was not a actual."
I do remember saying I hate to complain, but
Mhm.
I think I said you know me. I hate to complain.
So yeah.
I think
Okay, so it is tied 3-3. Boston with the last question.
All right, let's go.
The tweet is, "Hey World Series, it's almost 1 a.m."
Hashtag World Series
Hashtag
at
World
the end.
Series. Hashtag World Series.
He didn't do like, hey, hashtag World Series. He said, hey, World Series. It's almost 1 a.m. And then
No, it was just, "Hey World Series, it's almost 1 a.m."
hashtag World Series.
Wait, so hold on. What you're saying is he addressed World Series and then hashtag World Series?
Was it
assuming
hey
it's true.
at World Series and then hashtag World Series, or no? It was just hey.
Hey World Series, as in writing it out.
True.
Jack?
it was hashtag. Hey, hashtag World Series.
Okay.
It's almost 1 a.m. on the East Coast. True.
I
And
left
got-
out
and-
the East Coast part.
and did get 4 likes. This thing. Come
You
on,
got
World Series.
5,000 followers.
Hey,
You
man.
got
You got-
5,000 followers and got
Hey,
4
hey,
likes. Was your most
hey.
like?
Hey,
That's
It's-
4 more likes than our last Ramblecast episode.
Exactly. You left off my favorite one. Did Fox run out of commercials? Question mark. Hashtag World Series 2017. Because they stopped playing. Did you guys watch the game?
No.
No. I can't decide which worse, Matt's list or your tweets. There should be a.
The 10th and 11th inning, they didn't show any commercials. They just stayed on during the warm-ups. I think to try to speed up the game a little bit. Anyway.
Yeah.
So Boston's the winner.
Yay! Congrats.
Nice.
We don't need Jack's crappy questions. That was awesome. Thanks.
We do need them because I wrote them out. So
Well, let's run right into your trivia, Jack.
did you want to talk? Did you ever figure out? Did you ever finish Mindhunters?
We watched more, but we haven't finished season 1. I don't think.
If you guys out there, Netflix has an original series, Mindhunters. Excellent. Check it out. It's excellent. And when does
Oh,
that
you know, I
Travelers-
actually have a recommendation as well.
when
I
does
don't know.
that Travelers
It's coming
come
back to. I'm not
Should
quite
be
sure. I do have a recommendation from Netflix as well. A friend of mine had me watch the first episode of it, and I'm gonna probably cram a couple episodes in before I go to bed tonight. But Manhunt, also available on Netflix, which is the story about the Unabomber Ted Kaczynski.
Oh,
I saw the first 2 episodes of that, and was watching with my wife. And I came back. She finished it.
Dang.
I said, "You finished it?"
TV show cheating. It's a thing.
She goes, "Yeah," and well, that's what she does. If I do it, I'm like I bought a Tron game without telling someone. But she does it. It's okay.
So my manager is a very nice guy. He's 27. Not my boss. He's just like kind of like a glorified secretary.
It's
That's
okay.
what Nick tells himself because
It's okay. The younger guy has the higher position.
No, he's not hired.
he's not my boss. Okay.
Okay, like
He's not my boss.
You know how in Office Space you have Melvin who's like, "I talk to the customers so the engineers don't have to." That's his job.
Okay.
Um.
All right, you made me feel better about it.
So he was telling me today. He's like, "Hey, I watched that Netflix series you're telling about the American Vandal. Like, I just don't see how someone's that stupid. Like, he totally bought into it that it was.
Oh, he
tripping.
thought it was real.
He thought it was
Oh,
real. He
my
watched the whole thing. He's there like, I just don't.
Wait,
get
you
it.
watched the entire thing?
entire
I
thing.
never caught on that
I
it was.
never caught on. Yeah.
Did you tell him you podcast with the guy?
Oh my god!
Oh no, I didn't. I should have said I podcast with Dylan.
Yeah, that's well, I finally finished it the other day.
All right, Nick.
Don't end it on a
okay.
dark note or like a very real woke note.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
got a
why.
little
That's why. Now I see why Nick. Why you didn't want to admit he was your boss.
He's not my boss. He has no authority over me.
Hey, Nick's boss, just so you know, it's okay. It's all right.
It's okay. Sometimes you're up watching it late at night. You don't get the full.
I mean, it's got to be really stressful being Nick's boss. So you might not be able to take the time to.
you probably said something about the South, and Nick got all in your face about it and said Lincoln was terrible or something, and now you're afraid.
Sound wisdom there, Jack.
All right, Jack, let's go to your dumb trivia questions. Let's go.
We need. Who's going first? Who's going second? Who's going third?
Nick goes first. Jay goes second. I'll go last.
There you go. Boom.
All right. So Nick first.
Yep. Remember talking to the microphone.
Jay second, and Chris last. All right. These are based on TV shows that I've seen. Characters from TV shows. You got to name me the
Jesus.
the TV show they're in.
God.
And once again, it's a TV show I've seen at least one time in
Uh-huh.
my life. All right. Question number 1. Howie
On
Munson.
Treasure Island, what was?
I never saw Treasure Island. Howie Munson. Name the show. Nick.
I'm Happy Days.
It is not Happy Days. Jay.
Joni Loves Chachi.
Well, if it wasn't Happy Days, odds are it would be Joni Loves Chachi's. Good guess there. Chris. Maybe I'll use this on the clip on our YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
What was the name again?
Howie Munson.
Howie Munson.
I didn't think you guys would get this one.
Every time I hear Munson, I think of Kingpin.
So I was thinking of Kingpin.
That's why you say Joni Loves Chachi.
Could it be?
It's a movie.
I know.
What's the one with Sheldon Cooper? What's that show?
No,
Ugh.
it's not that.
Young Sheldon.
It's not that
No,
show.
the-
It's not,
the-
it's,
the
not,
real
it's, not, it's not Big Bang Theory.
Oh,
no.
Big Bang
That's the one. Big Bang Theory.
I feel like you should give us the decade of the show. This
All right, this
It's
show
going to
was,
be in the 70s.
this show was in the 80s.
Oh, okay. 70s or 80s. That's
80s.
Hill Street Blues. St. Elsewhere. So,
Well, we all got it wrong. What's
Okay.
the answer?
The answer is The Fall Guy.
Fall Guy. Simon.
Played by-
Simon.
Douglas Barr. Next up is Jay. Are you ready, Jay? TC.
Oh, I know this one.
The CB radio one.
CB Radio one.
I don't know.
I think
The
I know
heck?
this
What
one.
the heck is CB Radio?
I don't know.
BJ and the Bear.
I'm gonna
that
say
what you're
Black
talking-
Hole.
Did you
Black
just
hole.
poke your eye out with that rubber band, Chris?
Yeah. Buck Rogers.
It is not Buck Rogers. Chris, are you all right? Did you
What's-
lose an eye there? Did the rubber band break because you were goofing around?
Yes, it did.
All right.
Right in my face. What was the decade again?
I didn't say the decade.
Oh, why would you do that?
It's 80s.
TC. Magnum PI.
It is Magnum PI. Chris. Got one right. And okay,
I'm gonna smack myself in the face with rubber bands more often.
you should. Nobody saw that but me.
I saw
No,
it.
I heard
just-
it. And
Anyway, okay, next up, 80s, 90s, Woody Boyd.
is this me or Jay? Or me or Chris?
Really?
I forgot Roger Mosley played.
Oh, this is me. This is me.
Roger Mosley played TC. Now you're okay with it, that's you. Woody Boyd
Yeah, that would be Cheers.
with Woody Harrelson. You are correct, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
2-1, 2-0. This would be for Nick.
Yep.
Jack McFarlane.
That name sounds really familiar.
Could be,
What decade?
I want to say current.
Current. Thing is, like, Jack's the most popular character name.
It is. I don't know why. What's Jay doing? Cheating?
Probably.
Oh, no, he's getting to his son's Halloween candy. Jack McFarlane. Jack McFarlane.
Let's go with 24.
It is not 24. Jay.
Hell on Wheels.
Current show. Incorrect. Hell on Wheels is no longer on. Chris.
Ozark.
It is not Ozark. Will and Grace, played by Sean Hayes.
Oh, yeah.
Just Jack.
Just Jack.
You're so close. This one is for Jay. Ted Wheeler.
Ooh, I know that one too. That name.
Give me a year, decades.
Sometime in this century.
What does the game say again? Use it in a sentence.
Ted Wheeler.
Use it in a sentence.
Ted Wheeler is the question that you have to figure out what show he is on. Hashtag didn't play in the World Series.
So this decade?
Yep.
I don't know.
All right, Chris.
That would be Stranger Things.
It is Stranger Things. Jay, do you do a podcast on Stranger Things?
Oh, the dad?
What's his name's dad? Who's got a smoke show of a wife.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. She's been in lots of stuff.
Yeah, she was in Person of Interest. Joe Crest, I think, is his name. Stranger Things. Way to play along, Jay. This is for Chris.
Jay, did you get a little jealous? I mean, have you watched all of season 2 yet, Jay?
No.
No, we're on episode 4.
4.
Okay.
Oh, lots of fun.
Yeah. So it'll get good. It'll get good in episode 5.
Yeah, and there's a good episode with Ted Wheeler's wife. You're like, hello.
Really? I guess I don't
Mhm.
recall. Oh,
Spoiler
yeah.
alerts.
Yeah. Well, it's not really. It's just, it's still TV.
Okay. This is for Chris. Nurse Chapel.
MASH.
That is incorrect.
Oh, really? That's what I would my guess too, Chris.
Nurse Chapel.
Ooh, is it my turn to pick? I
60.
got another
I can say 60. It was
vintage pick.
Nick.
60s?
Did I get skipped?
Ted, can you get the door?
You did not. You did not get skipped.
Okay.
Nurse
Okay.
Chapel show from the 60s.
Oh. Nurse Chapel from the 60s. Jeez.
Wait, is it my pick or Nick's?
It's still Nick's. We're Nick's on a.
Oh, it's mine? I thought Boston just went.
He didn't get. He said MASH.
It's that's right. I'm first. Sorry. From the 60s.
That's why you said you skipped you. I said no. You're up now.
Chapel.
Nurse Chapel.
I'm gonna go with Andy Griffith. Never
No.
seen a nurse in that show, but sure, why not?
I don't think they had a nurse on this show, did they?
No.
It is. They had a
I'm
doctor.
going to say The Saint.
Star Trek. All right. Next one is for Nick. Charlie Utter.
Oh,
Charlie's Angels.
No. Jay.
excuse me.
Is that Charlie from Always Sunny?
Nope.
Mm.
Chris.
I believe Charlie Utter is our good old friend who is not only in Sons of Anarchy but also in Deadwood.
You are correct, Chris. Chris with a commanding lead.
Mm-hmm.
Next up,
He's getting in the mind of Jack.
Is it?
He's merging.
Who's up next? Is it,
There's like
it's-
7 shows that Jack loves.
That would be Jay. Jay.
Jay is up. Jay, number 8, Michael Dawson.
Ooh. This one. I think.
Dawson's Creek.
Incorrect. Chris.
Michael Dawson. ER.
Incorrect.
Little House on the Prairie.
Incorrect. Little TV show called Lost,
Okay.
Oh.
played by my favorite actor, Harold Perrineau.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, damn it.
God, I don't know what to do here, guys. I'm giving you softballs and you're just swinging and missing. Let's see. Who's up now? Is it Chris again?
It's me.
General
Jack's trivia games are as good as his tweets.
General George Washington.
That could be anything.
But
Oh,
not
come on. What's the show he always talks about?
I know which one it is, but whose turn is it?
Oh, is it
Whose turn? Definitely whose
it's
turn
the
is
it's my turn. It's the oh man, what's the first word?
turn?
show.
It's your turn right now.
It is my turn. I don't know. It's the train one, isn't it?
Hell on Wheels?
No, it's not Hell on Wheels. Apparently, turn something.
Because he was riding a train
Turn of the century.
to fight the British.
I don't know.
All right.
Nick.
It's me. It's just called Turn.
There you go. Nick gets an extra right.
Title about as vague as Jack's tweets.
Well, no, George was on that train.
Yeah, right. Whatever.
Anyway,
Way to watch the train. Hashtag revolution.
might have won a little faster if you had a train. Let's see. Who's up next?
Me?
Me.
Nick?
Okay. No, it is Nick.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Morley. No, it's Nick. Morley Safer. Morley Safer.
Morley Safer.
Morley Safer.
Decade?
From the 60s to today.
No way.
What's been from
Is you watching soap operas, Jack?
or 60 Minutes? But there's nobody left from the original. Or if it's a reboot.
Oh, that makes sense.
Just give it up.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Jay.
I don't know.
Chris.
60 minutes.
It is 60 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Jeez.
The show's still on. It started in the 60s. He's not around. I don't even think he's around anymore, is he?
No, I think
he
he
died.
I'm Morley Safer.
If he's still alive, he's old as dirt.
This is for Jay.
How
Shirley
many
Bennett.
questions do we have left? Because you said
We
there
have
was only 12. I feel like
We have,
we've got
we have 2 more questions left for Shirley Bennett.
Ooh, that makes sense for me too.
the Community.
Jay gets on the board. And for fun and giggles here, number 12, Chris, Lady Mary Crawley.
I don't know this one. So get it wrong, Boston, so I can beat
The
Jay.
Handmaiden's Tale.
It is not The Handmaiden's Tale.
It is Downton Abbey.
And Jay finishes in last place.
Oh no.
Jay, I know you're broken up by it. I want to talk about something, though, before, on a serious note. I was talking to Nick and Chris before we recorded. Jay, you weren't here yet, but there's a young gentleman. He's 9 years old. He's suffering from terminal cancer, and his parents are going to have Christmas early for him. And so they're requesting that you send Christmas cards to him because he knows this is going to be his last Christmas. And so I'm going to I'll put the address on our show notes and stuff like that. But it's it's Jacob Thompson, care of Maine Medical Center, 22 Bram Hall, BRAMHALL Street, Portland, Maine, 04102. So let's I'll just get a Christmas card, try to cheer him up best we can.
Yeah.
Anyways, I saw that and just was like, oh my God. What a crappy story. But anyway, so there you go. That's all I got.
Send your Christmas cards over, or your holiday cards, or whatever you want to call them. But just send a card to offer a little bit of holiday cheer for the little guy who looks like it might be his last of the holidays.
Right. Anyway, that's all I got.
All right, I guess I got to do the outro stuff.
I guess so.
Give us a call or an email, but you really should send the cards. Thanks to our patrons that make the show possible, especially at Car Victor, Daphne Tokyo, Polly the Millennial, and Head the Letter Carrier. Yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Hasta luego. Bye.
Well, if you shop Amazon, go to Amazon.com.
I'm not going to shill for people to shop on Amazon. Just give the kid a card. That's it. We're done.
All right. Hasta luego. And goodbye.